Hey, you know what day it is? It's bread making day.
Now let's make some bread.
Now for the baking today, I will be using this KitchenAid mixer. I have done this bread many times without the KitchenAid, but then I just said, you know what? KitchenAid mixer is so much better. So I went and bought one. These are the ingredients we'll be needing today for our nice looking bread. Easy bread, that is. I use bread flour, which is 1,085 grams of flour, and I use about 19 grams of yeast, 20 grams of Himalayan salt, and 710 milliliters of nice cool water. So what I like to do is I like to use this instant dry yeast here. You don't have to do this, but what I like to do is just pour it right into our cool water. Then I like to give it a nice quick little stir here just to get it all incorporated. Now that I've got it all incorporated and nice and dissolved, we'll start the baking. All right, start off with your flour. And what you want to do is get you your dough hook. Stick your dough hook on there, raise her up, and we'll start her up. And we're going to start slowly pouring of the mixture of yeast and water. Just pour it over the flour. You don't pour the whole thing in. Keep I don't know, a half a cup in it. Just let it mix a little bit with the mixer. Right now I think I've got it on speed 2, and I'll cut it back down because the flour was popping out of it a little bit here and there. Then you want to pour some more in there and make sure you mix it good because there is yeast at the bottom of this. It settles down to the bottom, and just pour the rest of it in. Now I will go back and forth from first gear to second gear, just depending on the mixture, because if you can see the flour is just poofing up here and there. I start pouring in the salt here. As you can see, the flour is poofing up again. So I'll go back and forth from first gear to second gear. Let this mix. I usually let it mix for about 10 minutes. Just eyeball it to what you think would be a nice mixture, and then just pull it out. All right, here I'm just checking it halfway through. It's been about 10 minutes or so, and just turn it off just to check, feel the texture. It's already pulled away from the bowl, so I'll give it just a few more minutes, and then we'll cut it off and do the rest. Okay, it's got that nice smooth texture to it that I can see, so I'm gonna go ahead and struggle with this to get it loose. I've never had an issue with this before until I did this video, so this is me panicking. But that's it. There we go. I did it. Okay, now your dough should look nice and fluffy, pretty. It should be sticking to the bowl. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dump this out onto the board and give it a few turns. Basically just knead it into itself. And you should have something like this. Give it a nice ball shape. Not necessary to do all this right now, but there she is. And what I'll do is I'll use the same bowl. You can use a different bowl if you want. I'll stick it in here. I'll cover it up with some saran wrap, and then let it double in size. It should take probably about an hour. So set your alarm for an hour, check on it. If it looks like it's doubled in size, then boom, you're ready. Okay, so now looking at this, I probably overproofed it, but that's okay. It should still come out fairly nice, pretty good. It stuck a little bit to my plastic because it did rise a little more than I wanted it to. What you want to do is just punch it down and then take your scraper and scrape it out of the bowl. It should come cleanly out of the bowl. I use this little plastic one. You can get the metal ones, but I use this plastic one. It works just as well. Once you get it all out of the bowl and onto the board, just kind of flatten it out and stretch it out as much as you can. You just want to do this so you can go ahead and get some folds in it. Alright, so here I'm just going to cut it in half because this does make 2 loaves. Now you do want to make sure you pinch the bottom of this dough to close that and seal it in. Just finished making some nice little loaves here. Do the same with the other one, pinch the bottom, make a nice little loaf. Now what I do here is I take a damp cloth and then I'll just place it over the top of them. That way it keeps them moist while they're sitting in the refrigerator. All right, what you want to do is, this has been about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. I'm just going to check on it just to see how we're looking. And we're getting some rise on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start the oven. Okay, so we're going to preheat our oven to 450. And let that go. I like to turn on the light just to look at it. I like to look at it. Okay, now we're all preheated to the nice temperature of 450. Let's see how these babies look. It should be all good. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. And then there's another bad boy. All right, let's put them on the counter and score them. All right, we might have overproofed these a little bit. It's a little warm in the house today. It's summertime in the middle of dead heat, some summer, some heat waves. But you know what? We're gonna go with what we got. But anyway, you want to score these. Put some scores here. See how it wrinkles up like that? I can never. So if anybody can help me out, figure out why. Maybe I should leave it in the fridge longer. We got them scored. Now let's go put them in the oven. You want to put water in this pan. Get your pan. And you want to put this in the oven with the bread as you're cooking. I usually put the bread on the middle rack, kind of, and then just put this one right below it. And that way it keeps the bread
nice and moist.
Set a timer for 30 minutes, and then they should be nice and golden brown. Echo, 30-minute timer.
Number 30-minute timer on Favor Echo.
Now these could come out a little crumbly because I think I did overproof them, but hey, this bread is bread and it's good to me. It's hit and miss here because of the hot weather here. Right now we're in a hot heat wave. Easy for me to say. All right, well, let's check on it in 30 minutes and we'll see how it goes. Well, it looks like our bread is ready. All right, so here is our bread. Let's take a look. Ooh, it looks nice. Looks nice and brown. Let's get her out of the oven. You're going to need these racks. This helps them stay crispy. I don't think I need both, but we'll be very careful. Everything's hot still. And there we have our nice, beautiful, beautiful bread. I'm not going to cut it open and crack it, all that stuff, because I'm eating this. I'm going to let this cool. You let it cool on these racks. I let it usually cool around 2-3 hours. Well, that, my friends, is how we make some bread in my household. It ain't the best. It ain't 5-star diamonds, whatever it is, but it's bread, and it's so good, so easy that even I can make it. It's still a little hot, but it is a very, very beautiful piece of bread. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see some other things, check out my cinnamon roll video. I'll be posting that soon. Also, I have other videos as well that I just do stuff. It's what I do. Daddy do a lot. All right, take care, guys. I hope you subscribe. Please subscribe. It does help me out. And we will see you down the road. This is hot. Bye.